So I remember when we first opened up our pro audio office at Angel Mountain at the big facility in Bethlehem. Uh, I would get reps that would bring me all kind of crazy stuff to see if I would be interested in selling it. I mean, when you walked into Angel Mountain, you just saw that there was a lot of money, but the thing they didn't realize is the money was there already. It was spent. But because of that, they would bring some crazy items for me to look at to see if I could sell. And one of the I thought was crazy was this speaker from a company called Emes, Emes, and it was called the Owl. And what it was a stereo speaker, but in one cabinet. So you had two tweeters and two woofers, and if you look straight on at it, it looked like an owl because it had this like little divider in the middle, but it had two separate ports. And what you're supposed to do is put that right in the middle of your console. And if you positioned yourself at the right position, you were supposed to hear high definition stereo image from this one single speaker. And I think it was active. It was an active system. So they brought it and they left it for us to try out, and everybody kind of listened to it, and we just kind of put it aside. And they said, "Well, just hang on to it. If anybody wants to listen to it, we'll send them up to you." We were fine with that. But then we hired a new engineer, and I remember he came in and he saw this speaker and he brought it into his room, and he went nuts over it. He thought it was fantastic, and he kept on, I would go in to watch him while he was mixing, and he had his head like really close to it and then farther away, and he was trying. It almost felt like he was trying to make it work, but it wasn't working. But he felt that this thing was a good thing, and it was crazy. But I remember when we got that engineer in there, and I know he came with good qualifications, but he came from a studio that had some decent gear in there, nice gear, but it wasn't at the caliber of what Angel Mountain was at. And there was nothing that we could do at Angel Mountain to make this engineer happy. He complained about everything. And then one day he looked into the crossovers of the big Questeds that we had, because they had separate digital crossovers, and he didn't like that. I think it was at 48 kilohertz. And he said, "Well, how accurate could they be if they're at 48 kilohertz?" And we're like, just listen to them. And everybody loved them, and every mixer there, but it wasn't good enough for him. But it just kind of reminded me of this one particular guy. But that brings me back those Owl speakers, just crazy looking monitor. Never sold one pair, or one, because you don't sell them in a pair. So they eventually the distributor or the rep came by and he picked them up. But I just saw this and I thought this story just popped up in my head. So there you go.